Oh no! It's morning!
And that means it's time
for Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N.
Best way to start your morning off.
Matt, what the hell is this?
What? I made an intro for the new show.
You got a whole, you're doing a whole podcast without me.
I didn't know you wanted to be a part of it.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, look, as long as you're doing that, you at least have to have your own intro. You just really stole the intro that I had and just tacked it onto this thing.
No. I gingerly inserted myself into the intro that you had.
Uh-huh.
That's different.
Okay, well, it was a non-consensual ginger insert. Let's see if you've got something else.
So I got to make a fucking intro?
Yeah. Hello, friends, and welcome to a new episode of Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N.
That's right, guys. Our newest series, Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N., is a little bit of a romp into the mind of haunt actors and extremist individuals.
That seems like a thing that people would say when they're dealing with extremists.
Yep. What's that new podcast from the boys over there at R.O.T.N Reviews? Well, today, let me introduce you to Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N Reviews.
I hope you're wearing your sunshades because this is about to be the brightest, coolest podcast ever on air.
Damn it is, and damn it is, boy. Now get ready and loop into your baskets and
Seriously?
hold your toe beats.
Is this really what y'all plan on using for the
this
intro?
I think this is going pretty good.
Yeah, we like it.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Cool.
Hey there, guys, and welcome to the newest podcast from the minds behind R.O.T.N Mornings. We're calling this one Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N.
You should be able to tune in every Wednesday and check out new episodes of R.O.T.N Mornings Podcast presents Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N.
This isn't working.
What? Why not?
That name, for one, is ridiculously long.
Yeah, no, why is that name so long?
Well, okay. The secret is that I think it's going to be hilarious to see Mr. Marlin try to put all that on a t-shirt.
It's, Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N.
That's right, guys. Welcome. We're super glad to have all you kids here, and we can't wait to show you our amazing show.
We're going to have so many adventures together.
You're going to laugh your ears off, kids.
I don't understand. Why can't you just go to Ritalin and ask him to do this? He's obviously way better at it than we are.
I don't really like what you're implying right now.
I mean, obviously, what you're saying is
It's
like
very
hurtful to-
true and hurtful.
I was getting into character, and I did the
Just
whole.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay, look. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go to commercial. We'll figure this out.
Combat Park still needs your help. We have been under the control of Sergeant Chaos for almost a year now. So many people came to help us last year, but it just wasn't enough. Though his forces dwindled, we have still been under his control to this very day. However, we fear that Sergeant Chaos was only a precursor to the suffering to befall us. A dark shadow now descends from across the sky, and with it, a new and more powerful plague will be unleashed onto our city. Enter the City of Chaos and help us to understand and destroy this new darkness we have yet to face. Do not let Sergeant Chaos's minions get their hands on your soul. Help us push back his army and this new impending threat. Once you escape the City of Chaos, mount up with friends and blast away the remaining hordes. Our experts will give you a crash course in our weapons and offer a shooting range to make sure you have all the tactical training you need. Join our convoy out of the city and become the swift hammer of justice against Sergeant Chaos and his legion of monsters. Be the hero that will restore hope over our City of Chaos. Become the light to push back these dark clouds that have sullied our once beautiful sky. There are 4 exciting ways to experience and help us protect the City of Chaos. First, test your skills against our new escape rooms, alone or with a group of friends. Find out if you have the fortitude to escape the City of Chaos with your soul intact. Prove you are capable of collecting and deciphering puzzles created by the devious Sergeant Chaos. Show us how worthy you are to be the hero we so desperately need. Second, enter our city and help us discover this new cloud that has settled in our night sky. Descend into your worst nightmares as you search for clues and ways to defeat our captors. Stealthily traverse your way past the graveyard that looms hauntingly silent on the horizon. Descend into the depth of evil that has burrowed into Tunnel 109. Beware, Chaos will have his monsters around every corner, waiting to capture and enslave you just as he has to us. Escape through the pumpkin patch and out the saloon to meet up with other resistance fighters in our midway. Third, begin your final training with the other troops of justice. Discuss your findings and strategies with others. Have a rest and a snack from one of our meal-ready vendors. Even take up arms in our shooting gallery as you get ready for the real battle ahead. Fourth, jump onto the convoy and arm yourself for the most thrilling ride of survival and valor. Push back the armies of chaos with your marksmanship. Dispatch and destroy all of Sergeant Chaos's minions while you battle this new darkness. Free us once and for all from the clutches of his sinister army of freaks. Bring back hope and light to our citizens who have been terrorized for far too long. Become the hero of chaos, we beg of you.
And now it's time for Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N. And here's R.O.T.N. Hey guys, and welcome to the newest version of our podcast. We are calling this one Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N. I miss my friend. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to take some different members from the community and the basically the haunt world, actors, creators, artists, the whole 9 yards. And we're going to give them a little bit of time to talk and share their stories and talk about how they got involved. And it's going to be our mid-week episodes. These will be coming out on Wednesday mornings. And for our first guest, we go for top tier, of course. And we got the amazing Biggs. So I'm going to turn it over to Grim to say a couple things about Biggs and then introduce him to the audience.
Yes, we have the one and only Biggs here with us. He is the leader of the Tennessee Clown Cartel and a haunter, too. Welcome, Biggs.
Thank you, Grim. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. Hope you guys are doing well.
So here in the studio, as it were, we have I'm Matt.
I'm Grim.
I'm Frankie. And that is Frankie. And
on Frankie.
Brandy was here. She was trying to be here, but it's a little past her bedtime, so we must do these things earlier from now on.
Yes.
But so we will open up, and I will start the questioning, and this might be a bit of deja vu for a couple of us, but you won't get that joke. So ask you, Biggs, when and where did you get the idea and decide to become the almighty all-seeing Biggs?
Okay, so way back when the well, it's actually born on Halloween. So fun fact, I'm a spook. I'm a boo kid. So it actually started when I was a young kid. Just growing up, having birthday parties and going and trick or treating, with my friends afterwards, and that was a lot of fun. When you're a kid, and then as you grow up, you kind of lose that. It kind of fades away after a while. So now my thing was the birthday parties don't happen, but then it's like go out to the haunted houses on Halloween. That's where I want to spend my time at. And so basically when I started getting into haunted house, going to haunted houses was probably I guess high school age or whatever. We went to like Netherworld in Atlanta. We'd go travel and go to like the major ones, Nashville Nightmares.
Nice.
Oh yeah, trying to hit all the really good ones, the big ones. And I just, I was, of course, I'd go with a group of people, and it would be me and a few of my friends, and I was always the sacrificial lamb. They always put me out in front, trying to get me to go through and trying to get me scared, and it just wouldn't happen. I just don't get scared at haunted houses. I enjoy them. I love them. They interest me. They intrigue me, and it's like so everybody's attempt to try to, put me out for the sacrificial lamb there, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. It just made me more and more into it. So I'm like, I enjoy this. This looks like a lot of fun. I could do this. I can get a costume together. I'll find a name. I'll put together a character, or a clown or a demon or whatever. I can, and this looks like a lot of fun, and so, kind of did just like everybody else would. I'd, around the area where I live at, there were a couple of haunts, and I made a couple of phone calls and talked to a couple of people, and we actually had a CreepyCon. Speaking of CreepyCon, we actually had the first CreepyCon, and went to CreepyCon, had a blast. I'd created a clown, Biggs. Biggs was, I guess Biggs actually existed, 4 or 5 years ago, and I, just don't tell me. I don't know how I did it. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, okay, Biggs. That's just that. I don't know. Describe it. It fits
that
me.
And purple's the color. Yes.
Purple was the color. Yes, because I saw green and orange, and I'm like, nobody has purple. Why hasn't anybody done purple? So I was like, I'm gonna do purple. I'm gonna do something that stands out, And went to creepy. Do you like that, Graham? Do you like purple?
I do. It's the best.
There you go. I agree. 100%. So I went to CreepyCon with a friend of mine. We both dressed as clowns. I'd gotten my Chris FX mask, which I was super proud about, super happy about. So there were, the kind of level of masks, they're kind of like the really cool ones or whatever. So I was pretty proud, and I had somebody make me I guess the term is onesie, the circus onesie, and I was like, I'm gonna fit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right. So show the first trip at CreepyCon, and had an absolute blast. I've never gone to a horror convention before, and seen all these cool vendors with all these, cool items you could buy, and these other people, these immaculate costumes that they were in. And, I had more fun watching the other people and seeing the other costumes they had created and, coming at. And it just so happened there was a booth down there called Screamville Haunted Attraction. And it was a cornfield haunt, which all the haunts I'd ever heard of were inside haunts. Like Netherworld was in the big warehouse, and Natural Nightmares is inside. I've never heard of a cornfield haunt. And I started talking to the owner, Doug Cox, which is now one of my best friends. He's awesome. He's like a brother to me. And he's like, man, you know what? I could use a guy in my haunt. He started talking about chainsaws and sparking fences and all these different things I could do. And I'm like, man, this sounds like a blast. I want to do this. I want to do it on the weekends. This is what I want to do. I'm sick of sitting around the house. This will give me something to get out and enjoy myself, And I'm like, and so I talked to Doug, and Doug's like, yeah, just come out and try it out and see if you like it. And if you do, man, I could really use you. He's like, we're a big family around there, and we have a blast. And So I got out there, and it's just I'm a people person, man. I love people. I love meeting people. I love making new friends and surrounding myself with positivity and positive friends, and that's what it felt like when I went to the haunt. It's like I met these people, and the first night we clicked. It was just like,
Nice.
These are my kind of people, So that's all it took. It was the first night they reeled me in. He's like, here I can use you in all kinds of different places, and and I just from there on, it just kind of I just got into my system. I was like, this is what I want to do every October. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to spend my weekends, with all these great people, so.
Literally, I back that. I love haunting so much. Like I've stated before, it's such a huge release, and you get to meet so many people that are just like you in many ways. And it's fucking amazing. I love it. And I love when people find enjoyment of it as well.
Oh, it is
like a much better experience than the last haunted house I went to. I was told by a group of people that I was going and it would be scary, and then they just threw a sheet over me and groped me a bunch. I guess it's kind of scary to know that a bunch of people are masturbating around you, but that wasn't really the kind of part that I was, signing up for.
What's happening, Frankie?
Wow, Frankie, Frankie, I don't know what to say, man. I'm sorry about your experience. That's not the one I had.
We called that the haunted barn for the newbies.
You were there.
Frankie, I don't know if you were getting initiated or what that was, but
that's actually how he got to R.O.T.N too.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Don't worry, Biggs. You're already technically in. We just have a little tiny initiation to go through.
Now I'm worried. Now I'm a little worried.
So,
not gonna lie.
Being that you work with the haunts, what we first experienced with you, of course, was that we saw that Good Stuff was making this kettle corn. And we happened to, in the first batch, we got your corn, which was the grape explosion, one of my favorites because grape is my favorite flavor. And then we started seeing you pop up on lives, and you were just like killing it on lives. You were so personable, you were genuine, and you actually kept our attention, which no disrespect to anybody else that does lives, but your lives were very enwrapping. So what made you decide to sort of start doing that?
So doing lives was just a way for me to, because like I said, I kind of feel like out here in Tennessee, I'm just kind of by myself a little bit, and I'm just like, what's a good way to reach the masses? What is a good way to to reach out to people in different areas, and what I mean, and just because I'll be honest with you, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this. Haunters and haunt actors and anybody that enjoys that kind of thing, people get the wrong idea. They assume because we like horror things, we like Halloween and stuff, that we're bad people. I'm going to tell you right now, haunters, haunt actors, people that are into this kind of stuff are some of the most pleasant, nicest, loving people I've ever met in my life. It is amazing to, I want to just, change everybody's opinion about that. It's like they assume that if you're into any kind of haunted type stuff, that you're some kind of weird person. I'm like, no, these are some of the best people I've ever met in my whole life. I've made so many friends and, close relationships, and I mean, just lifelong relationships as far as that goes, being in the haunt, the haunt business. And it just, for me, it's just, I'm so glad that it just, because like I said, I don't really get out and do much, as far as just on my daily basis. It's pretty much, go to work and go home. But I now have a haunt family. I have a kettle corn family. I have all these great friends and wonderful people in my life now.
Yes, you do.
My yes, and most certainly my R.O.T.N family, absolutely, who always supports me and is always positive and supportive. And I love you guys. I really do. I love you guys for that, and I appreciate that.
We love you.
Yeah, you guys are just always so supportive and just always in my. And it's like I said, I love when I see Grim and I see Matt Ross Hall and I see Brandy Hall. Like I love seeing you guys pop into my feed. It feeds me energy. Like if I'm not feeling it that night or whatever on the live, it's like to see you guys pop in there. It gives me that energy I need. It feeds me that that extra push that I need to get through that feed. Because it's like I try to surround myself with the people that are like me, positive and good supportive people. And that's what you guys are, you guys are always just so, I feel like you always have my back no matter what, and I love that.
That's actually going to be our new slogan when we join lives. It'll be like, R.O.T.N. It's the push you need to get through that feed.
Yes. You guys absolutely keep me going. I'm telling you right now, you guys keep me going for sure.
So, Biggs, I have a question.
Sure.
So you're the huggable clown, and I noticed on one of your Facebook posts that you have a doll. Where did that doll come from? I think maybe 2. Where did these dolls come from?
So I might have to have your help on one of them, but I can tell you where the other one came from. Okay. It was actually 2 dolls made. One was I'm gonna call it an old-fashioned carnival style knockdown pillow, I guess is what it was. Good Stuff's Kettle Corn Emporium actually created that. It was if you ever went to, like, when you were young, you went to the carnival and you went to those little carnival games where you throw the ball and knock down the little cans or whatever, and then you won the prize. And it was like a little I don't know how to describe it the best I can, but it's like a little plush pillow or whatever.
If I'm not mistaken, the game was called Down the Clown.
That's it. That's exactly, yes. Down the Clown. That's exactly what it was.
Unfortunately, that doll doesn't have any toes to down, but that's all right. It's still very adorable.
No toe beans, huh? I'm sorry.
Taking the toe beans, okay? There's no denying that fact.
Ghost pepper. Ghost pepper.
Give me your goddamn toes.
Burn, baby, burn.
I like the game at the fair where you try to throw the ball in the cup and your dad abandons you.
I played that game way too many times.
Oh my goodness. So yes, like I said, Good Stuff made the little carnival style, and I loved it. I really loved the way they did that.
Both of them look amazing, and I really want one.
You were talking about at the haunt that you're working at that they're going to have some sort of a midway. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yes. So fun fact: Screamville Haunted Attraction. They're in Quarantine, Tennessee. Which I'm putting this out here now, guys. I would love to have you guys down there. I would love to have the R.O.T.N. crew come to Screamville Haunted Attraction.
Considering that you're not super far away from us, that's not so out of the realm of possibility.
I would be honored to have you guys down there. I really would. I'd love to have you down. I'll promise to give you the special treatment there. I'll go through.
You mean like the Frankie treatment, or
no, not the Frankie treatment. No, nobody gets the Frankie treatment. No.
I want to get choked.
And I want to make sure to tell everybody to hide their toe beans. No toe beans for me.
That is so rude.
I'm so sorry, Grant. I'm so sorry.
You're gonna be sorry.
I know.
Jason, honestly, I'm trying to not communicate too much to you until we get to CreepyCon, because she keeps a notebook of tallies against people. It's this crazy thing she does.
Stop!
Graham, where exactly? How many tallies have I got? Where am I sitting at?
You're not going to know until we meet in person.
Dear Lord! Oh my God!
Why'd you drag me out to a cornfield this time?
Well, have you ever heard the story of Virgil and Sarah Branson?
No. Who are they?
Well, Virgil and Sarah got married, bought a ranch, had 6 kids, lost one of them, and then Sarah went crazy.
How so?
Well, she ended up killing all the other kids and said the corn made her do it. Virgil said when he found her, she was dancing around their bodies singing, "You Are My Sunshine."
Oh, whoa. That does sound crazy, but it still doesn't explain why we're out here.
This is the field where it all happened.
Hey, you hear that? You guys hear that?
Oh no. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Screamville is an amazing haunted attraction in Knoxville, Tennessee, right off Tyndall Lane.
New this year, the Midway of Malice, horrifying carnival games to prepare you for your journey into the corn.
Open September 30th and every Friday and Saturday in October.
They'll also be open November 4th and 5th, the 5th being their blackout day.
October 23rd, come out and trick or treat the trail.
Join us October 15th for special guest Hacks from Hacks Horror Show.
Or the weekend before Halloween to meet Blake Best and the Tennessee Ghost Seekers.
That's right, Screamville presents Cursed Acres, the 2022 Screamville Haunt.
But yeah, so they did a Midway of Malice this year. So kind of like the old carnival style where you're walking in there through the Midway, and they've got carnival games and stuff like that. We've got a remember the old you walk in the arcade and you shoot the basketball in the hoop.
Right.
They've got one of those set up, but we use severed heads to shoot with on that one. So each severed head that you go through in the basket, you get a point. We've got a little place for you to fortune teller up there. You can get your fortune told. There's one called the Grinder. We've got an actor that goes in there and goes down in the grinder, and they get grinded up into little bits and pieces, toe beans, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, kind of like a bob for toe beans?
Pretty much, yes, Grim.
I'm sold.
I was gonna say that might make Grim really happy. I think I'll just put Grim over there with the grinder.
Yeah.
Yay!
Grim with the grinder. It sounds like a Dr. Seuss
grinder. So it's got a carnival thing. So he figured I would fit real well with my clown character down in there, especially the new one with the new mask. He figured I'd fit with the Midway of Malice, really well with the carnival theme. So we're gonna try that. I've never been a queue line actor. I've always been inside the haunt doing some kind of jump scare or running out with chainsaws or whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna use you in the queue line this year. And so I get to go actually and mess with the crowd a little bit. So that'll be a lot of fun, I think.
So,
kind of a little bit nervous, but
question.
yeah.
You have a new character, don't you? Isn't there another clown?
Maybe.
From what I've seen, it looks pretty awesome.
So yeah, I did pick up the truth is out. I picked up a new mask. The mask I had was a Chris FX. The one I've got now it's an Immortal. It's a silicone mask, and it's a little more realistic. It actually moves with your face, so it's a little bit easier to wear. And so I've got a new character, and I'm going to throw another shout out to the R.O.T.N crew here. I did not have a name for the character. That was just bothering me. I couldn't find a name for it. And R.O.T.N came through once more as my family and named him Struggle Snuggle.
That is a perfect name for what that clown looks like,
Absolutely.
too.
I love that name. And the mask looks incredible. I love the mask very much.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. That's I'm truly I love you guys, and I value your opinion on stuff. So for you guys to be excited about it gets me excited. So I'm gonna bring Struggle Snuggle out to the haunt and see how everybody reacts to him. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I've not worked the queue line before, but I kind of got the gist of it. You get in somebody's bubble, you get where they're real uncomfortable, and if they look away, you get more in their bubble.
Yep.
I have an alter ego named Jonathan that comes out every time somebody reminds me that my uncle molested me.
Wait, Jonathan or your uncle?
Somebody go get Frankie.
Had a flashback humor here. The audience won't get this, but what's the pants wetting and pants pooping act?
Yeah. Talk about the pants pooping.
Oh, okay. So there's a tally board, just like Grim tallies with her toe beans, and how many insults that we give. Us haunt actors, we tally on the poopers, the peers, the vomiters, the ones that vomit, and the ones that pass out.
And the ones that leave because they're too scared.
There you go. Exactly. You're right. So, a good haunt actor keeps up with his scares. So, you got a little chart, and you make little notches every time you get one that, has a slight accident, pees their pants, poops, vomits, or both. Let me go ahead and tell you, it's the big guys. It's not everybody thinks it's like the girls, the children, or whatever. It's the big, muscular, you can't scare me guys that go out and have the major accidents.
Yes, it is. As a hunter, you're constantly getting abused in some kind of way.
So have you ever had somebody poop their pants while maintaining eye contact?
No, and that sounds kinky.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought I recognized you from another.
That was not. Somebody give Frankie a hug. Somebody go give Frankie. Frankie needs a hug.
There will be no hugs in this audio podcast.
No, I hate Frankie. and we hate Frankie.
You can give him a hug when we meet you at Creepy Con.
So somebody needs to point out Frankie when I get to the con. And
yeah.
I'm going to give him what we call a distance hug. Distance hug. I'm going to give him what we call a distance hug.
That's probably for the best.
I feel that way too.
That's what his dad calls him too.
Oh, wow.
And if he's like making eye contact with you and not saying anything, just let me finish.
Let it go. Let it happen.
Oh wow. So two fun stories about the haunt that I can tell you about my haunt. One was like I was kind of following up with the big guys going out. We had, he looked like one of these ex-football players, like big, huge guy, 6 foot, big built or whatever. He's talking smack all the way through the haunt. You're not scaring me. I see you. You're not going to get me. Blah 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 blah. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that guy at the end of the haunt I happened to walk out of the haunt to take a break. Saw the big guy go in the bathroom with nothing. Walk out with a plastic bag. Now, I'm gonna make an assumption that he was carrying something in the bag. I'm not sure what it was. Not that I don't really think I want to know what it was. But I'm gonna
Did you stop him and be like, sir, that's our plastic bag. That's gonna be extra.
Sir, I'm not going to confiscate that. That you didn't walk in with that. That's
Yeah, you didn't come in with that. That could be biological. We're gonna have to test that, sir.
Hey, maybe he found a fetus in there. Abortion is illegal.
Maybe he did. So it's not always the who you think is the ones that that are scared the most. It's usually the big guys that go down the best. It's and the hardest. That's the best thing about it.
When I was young, we had a really small haunt in a little tiny, kids under 18 and older could go to this bar, and we basically set up a haunted house with a bunch of tables just stacked in a row they had to climb under. And this 6'7" dude stood straight up and ran through we only got to do it for maybe 2 or 3 groups because this big dude just destroyed everything. And it was it was probably poorly set up anyways.
Oh yeah, it is amazing how many guys will bring their girlfriends with them, and the girlfriends are just chill and just cool and calm and collective, and the boyfriend is just over there losing his ever loving mind. And it just wow. I'm like, wow, you came with him and he just left you sitting there because he's done. He's out there, crying.
The big dudes that'll push their little girlfriends in front of them or push them down and run. That is so funny to me.
Oh yeah. Oh, it happens. It happens more often than you can imagine. So it's just funny to watch that because you And one thing we like to do is so we'll usually plant somebody. Like we have the queue line actors. We have people actually in the parking lot messing with it when you come in the parking lot. We'll have an actor down there, but we'll make sure that we get somebody's name in the line. If you're coming in a group, we'll get one of our actors will ask, or somebody will look down at the chart when you sign in. We'll get somebody's name, and what we'll do is we'll walkie-talkie to the actors inside the haunt, and we'll just pick one out. Let's just say Whitney, for instance. All through the haunt, Whitney, oh Whitney,
nice.
I'm coming for you, and then we'll yell it, and then one will yell it, and the other one will yell it, and it just like, and usually Whitney or whoever's the lucky person to get that, usually is just freaking out because why do you know my name? What? Where'd they get my name from? Who told them? I'm like, and we just until they leave the haunt, and we'll even do it after they get out of the haunt, after they're sitting down somewhere to cool off. We'll mess with Whitney.
I remember us going through haunts, and if one of us says one of the other people's names, it's almost like we lost the challenge. And then they hear one of those names, and then it's on, and they will follow you. And I recall once at the Haunted Chicken House that happened, that we said our name in the woods, and they started going like, "Oh, really? Oh, wow, wow, wow." It was
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
You have this amazing outfit with black, purple, and white skulls on it. Did you design this outfit, or did someone design this for you?
Okay, so they designed it for me. It was a lady in Washington. I can't remember her name. Super, super talented lady. Awesome. That's what she does for a living. She makes, costumes, and she showed me a bunch of fabrics, and I'm like, man, they had the classic stripes and different fabrics. And I was like, I'm supposed to be a haunt clown. I'm supposed to be scary. What, and she showed me this one thing that had skulls on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never seen a clown with skulls on his outfit. This is going to stick out. I want to stick out. I want to be individual. The purple was I tried with the purple, no, everybody's doing green and orange and red. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with the purple, and I'm gonna put skulls on my outfit again, because I've never seen anybody do that before, so I want just to, again, like I said, I wanted to be my own individual, something that, nobody had done before. So it was just the fabric that she had showed me, and I just fell in love with it when I saw it, honestly.
Well, it is different, and I adore it. It is phenomenal.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Another fun fact about my haunt, if you guys decide to come down, don't know if any of you guys are into the paranormal, if you believe into that stuff.
We are definitely into paranormal.
Yes.
Okay. So am I. I love paranormal, ghost hunting, all that spiritual stuff. Last year we had East Tennessee Ghost Seekers, which is a local group around here, go through and do an investigation. And actually I sent Matt, I think I sent it to you. I may have sent it to a couple others. A YouTube video of the investigation. I don't know if you had time to watch it, but if you get a little free time to watch it, it was about an hour and a half, 2 hour investigation, and come to find out, the cornfield that our haunt is on was old Native American land. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. They don't like us being there.
They don't like the colonizers.
They don't like us changing. Well, I mean, like you always heard that if you go into a building that's haunted or is active, when you go around and change things and remodel it, it's kind of like the cornfield. Every year we do something different with the cornfield. We remodel it, and it upsets them. They don't like that. And so we caught voices, EVPs. We had a doll turned its head.
No, nice.
Yeah, things falling over. They caught all this stuff on on video, and caught the EVPs. I've had a couple of things happen to me while I was actually at the haunt. So I mean, our gimmick now basically is, now you come to our haunted attraction. So you either get messed with by us or by our extras.
It's a win-win regardless. All right, correct. So we're getting to the end of our time here. I just wanted to give you a chance to sort of throw out where everybody can find you at, like your different socials, any of the groups you're involved with.
Okay. So mainly Facebook, Biggs the Clown, BIGGS. The Biggs the Clown. The Huggable actually is Biggs. I'm sorry, Biggs the Huggable Clown. I'm sorry, who you'll find me on Facebook. I do have an Instagram, although I don't get on it very often. Obviously, we have the Clown Cartel Tennessee page, which we go live on every Tuesday night. We're trying to work some stuff out between getting all the members of the Tennessee Clown Cartel on there every Tuesday night, so we give you kind of a variety of guys on there. But every Tuesday night, 8 p.m., one of us is on there. It's either me or one of my other guys. So you always can find us there on the Clown Cartel Tennessee page. Like I said, my Biggs page. I do have an Instagram. I'm trying to learn TikTok, although I'm not doing very good.
Well, give us a couple of hours of your time come CreepyCon, and we will show you all the ropes.
I would love that. I would so love that. Y'all could just teach me the ways, because I've got a TikTok account. I've got a few videos on there, but I really don't know how to use it. So I'm eager to learn from you guys. Y'all can again teach me the ways of TikTok, because I'm just not very, very good at it. So
Pineapple does not go on pizza.
Yeah. Fruit does not go on pizza. Pineapple does not go on pizza.
Amen. We can all agree on that one.
Thank you. See, I knew I was the right crowd. I knew I was with the right crowd here.
Yep.
So that's as far as the social media goes, that's pretty much what I got.
But and also, fruit can go in biscuits and gravy. I will say that.
What? In biscuits and gravy?
Yep.
Are you sure about that, Graham?
I am very much.
Now, sausage or bacon, but not fruit.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on biscuits and gravy.
You're looking at me.
Did you get the eye, Graham? Did he give you the eye?
He gave me something.
I gave her the worms.
Worms.
Probably a bit of the scabies too.
Yeah, old touch of the scarlet rubella.
Hey, Matt, just don't put her back in the attic.
Oh, she's going back in the attic as soon as this interview's over.
I hate you.
But yeah, dude, we want to thank you again for being here. You are one of our favoriteest people. We can't wait to cross paths with you. We can't wait to show the community what we got planned coming on the Full Noodle War, that we will have more information in the future. Anything else you want to say before we go out, man?
Just that I'm excited. I'm equally as excited to meet you guys. I know you guys were there last year, but we've just kind of upped the ante on our friendship here, and I've gotten to know you guys better. And I appreciate you guys for being so positive and so supportive. And again, I'm just super pumped to meet you guys and get to hang out with you guys. So yeah, I'm excited about CreepyCon, excited about getting together and again hanging out.
Well, much love to you, Biggs, from all of us at R.O.T.N. As we say every time, stay R.O.T.N, my brother.
Yes, stay R.O.T.N.
Stay R.O.T.N, guys. Love you guys so much.
We love you.
Bye, brother.
I'm going to take your toes.
All right, guys. So, that was the first episode of Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N. I think it went pretty well.
It went very well, exceptionally well, if I do say so myself.
I guess I'll have to count myself missing for the rest of them.
Did you die?
She died midway through.
I do hate that I missed the majority of that. I did get to chat with Big some before it got started, though, and
Even
I'm
though
so
that
glad
recording
that I
got
did.
Lost.
But I'm glad that I did get that opportunity to talk with him beforehand, and so that was great. We love talking to Biggs. He's just fantastic and so huggable.
He is.
You were going to say something?
You were too. You said, yeah. All right.
Well,
so I think it's important to mention that friendly, respectful entertainers such as Biggs are very important to the haunt community and how they interact with friends and fans. He himself is a great example to new haunters and everyone else. Although, let me state, it isn't up to us or any public figure to be anyone's prime example, because we are performers and we are performers. And our various characters can be pretty chaotic, but he himself is very courteous and considerate to everyone he interacts with, and we love that about him.
Definitely.
And I can definitely tell that, like, she really put effort into that shit because she wrote that shit down, and that's like that means.
Shut the hell up.
Listen, I'm paying you a compliment. That means
You're
you
making
actually.
fun of me, you piece
no,
of shit.
not at all. But I agree with all the things that she wrote down. Like, I should have wrote something down. Now I feel like I'm missing out.
Well, I, for one, cannot wait to get to see Biggs in person at CreepyCon. It's going to be amazing.
Yes. So,
Shout
Biggs,
out to the Clown Cartel Tennessee.
yeah,
and
Biggs is, I believe he's the chapter header or whatever, the runner of the Clown Cartel Tennessee chapter. And, you know, we are blown away by the caliber of people that we get to interact with on the daily. And we are super stoked that we got to do that with Biggs and got to hang with him. And like what Grim was saying, you know, it's definitely a great archetype on how to deal with the industry because he is always courteous in his interactions with people, and he's just a genuine guy. And
that is why we chose him for our first episode of Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N.
So
Our very first.
He works at the
Screamville Haunted Attraction in Knoxville, Tennessee.
And if you've noticed in this episode, we made a commercial for him.
Yes.
So we did some research on them. They look really, really cool. They have a badass story that somebody came up with that reminds me of like a scary stories to tell in the dark.
Exactly.
But so you guys go check them out. Check out their website. Check out their Facebook.
Yes, on their Facebook. They're live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
That's on the Clown Cartel Tennessee page.
Yep. They'll have somebody from the Clown Cartel on there.
Somebody will be in that live. There will be a
You
body
can also find Biggs himself on Facebook as Biggs Just for Fun, and on Instagram as Biggs the Clown.
So yeah, again, big shout out to Biggs, big shout out to the Clown Cartel Tennessee, big shout out to Screamville Haunted Attraction in Knoxville.
Yes.
And big shout out to all you listeners.
And thanks for joining us.
Now, on the way out, if you guys would like to be featured, we're trying to find haunt actors or scene dressers or anybody involved.
Haunt owners, even.
Haunt owners, anybody involved in the industry that would like to come on and do an interview. I doubt we're going to do like really heavy, like trying to get people to do it. So we leave it up to you guys.
Yeah, let us know if you would like to be on an episode of Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N.
Because it's wild. If you listen to this one all the way through, then
kudos to you.
We're proud of you because I
did. But yeah, guys. So this is R.O.T.N. Mornings. We're out.
Where's my schedule?
Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Well, thanks for joining us for this episode of Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N. And remember to tune in next Wednesday for the very next episode of Mourning Friends with R.O.T.N. This is R.O.T.N. and these are our mourning friends. Stay R.O.T.N., guys. And also be sure to check out R.O.T.N. Mornings Podcast. Another misspelled word. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next week, partner.